Hi, this is Stephen Childs. I'm the only Christ. I was told that in a dream. And then I have developed my ability to communicate telepathically with non-human intelligences. So they've explained to me that what this means is that they've chosen me to work with. Now, there could be more than one. Sometimes they tell me that the other person is their chosen one. Well, I'm in a conversation with someone. They'll tell me that person's Christ. I'm like, great, I finally don't have to be Christ. So then, eventually all the humans will be their chosen one when we learn what's going on. And lately, we've had tremendous conflict surrounding the Epstein files. I mean, this is worse than X files by a factor of 10 to the X. Yeah, lighten up, right? It's just that people are dying. So, people have already died. You have to be transcend all this difficulty and get okay with talking about anything. Like, for example, prostitution is okay for consenting people. And then what does the other people say about that? And then just listen. That's why we use the 1 minute method. People get really angry and hurt extremely. So they need the floor for 1 minute without interruption. So people are hurt. We've been hurt since we were kids. Shamed. Physically abused. Sexually abused. And then more shame. They will not allow us to be how we are. How we are bugs them. So they're like, you're bugging me. So we're like, how do I hold my face now? What do I got to do now to not bug them? And it's like, there's nothing, because the way you are is going to bug them. Who's got the problem? Not you. It's the person that's not allowed to be themselves, so they see somebody being themselves, and it bothers them. They want you to be in the proper line, say the proper words, bowing down like they bow down. Okay, so the Epstein files. Shh. I don't know about that. So people tell me, they want just shut up. They tell me, shut up. And I'm thinking, you mean about that? Shut up about that, right? Yeah, I don't know about that. It's secret. But to tell me to shut up totally, no, this means war. I'm not going to shut up. I need my minute turn. So, if you'll shut up about that, I'll shut up about this, you know? So what I'm leading into is the wonderful solution that's presented itself from the cause of reality, which is me. No. It's us. We create, we co-create, and so with the Epstein problem, they're probably going to keep it secret. That's what I've been trying to tell you. We need secrecy. What are they keeping secret? Child abuse. People having sex with underage children. What's the proper age? It depends on the culture. The Muslims have their set of rules, and so does everybody else. So, with the World Fairness Agreement, we have a way to bring about agreement within with all the religions, all the governments, to stop doing everybody else wrong with your beliefs. So when you have come across one of the beliefs in a scripture that's not fair to others, just disregard that. Put it aside and go back to focusing on, let's develop friendship and fairness for everyone. So this is like a new revelation from God, so that we don't kill ourselves off in World War III. After all, I'm the only Christ, you see. They told me so. Who are they? They won't tell us because we're not ready. We're still having wars. They don't trust us. They're keeping a safe distance. So, for what it's worth, they told me that everything's okay here in this universe. And also, it's okay in the other universe now. I'm like, what other universe? I don't know about that. They don't want me to know. I'm like the only one that doesn't know about the other universe. Or is that some kind of paranoia? I don't know. See what I mean? I don't know. And shut up about the color yellow is death. So today they showed me somebody that's green. I saw her hand and it's green. And they're going, see, this is what we're talking about. People have different colors, and I'm thinking this is like that science fiction show when you get old and your color turns to the wrong color, the old age color, then you go to die at the facility where they end your life. Weird, huh? I don't know what goes on in this universe. It's a big place. But I'm really glad that I got non-human help. And when we implement the World Fairness Agreement, then the past of everyone is not relevant. It's exonerated. We don't have guilt for the past. Nobody has to know. We can keep it secret. We're not even going to investigate. It would be like really dumb to try to investigate somebody's past. So we have love for one another, and we have forgiveness. If you stop doing us wrong, we're not required to forgive you until you stop doing us wrong. We don't have to help you until you stop doing us wrong. So I'm using violent thoughts against those that are doing me wrong, and it's working. Because I'm empowered by non-human intelligences that apparently, when I give them my anger to use as energy to punish or stop the people that are doing me wrong, they can do it. They can't do it without my participation. So this is evidence that anger is useful, and we shouldn't stop being angry. We should learn how to use it effectively. And to use it effectively, you need a higher power to give it to protect you with. Try it. See, the goal here is to stop abuse from happening to anyone, anywhere. No one should be done wrong by someone else anymore. We've outgrown that. We've outgrown the stage of human war against one another. We're taking the next step in this species into, I'm not going to use existing categories. They don't make sense to me. We're going to be in the cultures, the societies of fairness, where we've stopped our wars and we've stopped doing each other wrong. So this is the main thing for a species to survive into the future. Forget about the people that go to college. It's like AA. You can't be too dumb for team fairness, but you can be too smart. They seem to have a problem with common sense. It's really weird. They have not focused on their own ego problem long enough to get their nose out of the book and start looking in the mirror of what really is the problem. Yours truly, when you look in the mirror, that's the problem. Is there any book needed to be written about that? No, but can you write about it? Yeah, you can. And there's a lot of material about people developing individuation, like Carl Jung, Maslow's self-actualization and so forth. So in the world of fairness, we're not about prosecution of crimes. The only crime is to do someone wrong. That's what evil is, when you do someone else wrong, or yourself. So we have this problem where controllers are totally dominating segments of our people. They want to control all of us, the manipulators. The ones that, just because we are how we are, we're bugging them. They won't allow us to be how we are. They really have a problem. And they'll force you into betraying your own self to placate them. So we need this unity from Team Fairness so that we can make a complaint. This guy is not okay with how I am. Help me explain this to this guy. He doesn't see that something happened to him when he was younger, and they wouldn't allow him to be how he is, and now he's doing it to others. Because it triggers what happened to him when he sees somebody being free and not under the rule of authority. The authoritarian people that have been beat down when they were children, they've had to bow down. They can't tolerate seeing somebody that didn't get beat down, so they're going to try to beat you down too. So remember, what are we trying to do? We're trying to stop people from doing other people wrong, from being unjust. We want justice. We want fair. I don't use the word justice because they'll use it as a legal term, and I don't want that. They're too smart to understand the truth. I'm sorry, but that's a way to get the point across. Maybe I'm not sorry. So with the World Fairness Agreement in place, the Trump Epstein file secrecy of probably underage prostitution. Basically, they made prostitutes of those young girls because they were being paid to do that, to have sex with older men. And how many thousands of people are involved? A lot. And they don't want the secret to come out. Neither do we. We want them to help us implement the World Fairness Agreement. We'll live in a world where everybody cares about each other, everybody's friends, and having wars against each other seem silly. It seems archaic. How are we ever like that? It's because of abuse. Like Alice Miller. She clearly understood this. I first came across her from John Bradshaw in a program called On the Family, where the psychologists, the psychiatrists, have understood family dynamics for 40 years and how the abuse, how the dynamics of the abuse in family systems. And when John Bradshaw tried to bring it to the general public, he was attacked by the religion. So he backed off. He stopped. He went underground with it. He sold out. So it wasn't long after that, all of these child abuse situations came to light in the Catholic religion. And now it's being revealed everywhere you go. Why? Why is there such a problem with people doing things to other people that they have to keep hidden? It has to be a secret. Because if it comes out, they'll ruin your life. So it's like the taboo is the most tempting thing. If they tell you you cannot do that, that's exactly what you want to do. And there's nothing to it. when you're free to do the thing, you don't even want to do it. But if you can't do it, then you want to do it. It's human psychology. So the way the church is going about moralizing to people is making us worse. And a lot of them know that, and they want that to happen because they do stuff they need to keep secret. So when we're given the secret and we're given the freedom, do whatever you want as long as you're not doing someone wrong. That's the only law, the law of fairness. So what are all the attorneys going to do? What are all the judges going to do? Criminal judges and such. Well, they're going to help us when people need help with something unfair. They have a lot of knowledge from their point of view. And they know the way to regulate business in an organized fashion. So we need them for that. See, in the world of fairness, everybody's going to have plenty of money because we're not wasting money on war and competition and destroying the other guy's castle so that he it's like we're destroying wealth. So we work for efficiency and we work so that we're not harming the planet. So our goal is to make efficient systems that don't do any harm. Not making money. What we want to make is happiness for everyone. So check it out. The World Fairness Agreement. It's 4 pages. It doesn't need to be very long. One of the most educated experts in this field, my friend, I asked him, do we need to change this? And he says, no, it's just right how it is. Don't change a thing. And he's been with me on Team Fairness from the beginning. I have a few friends that believe in what I'm doing. And there are people that are very interested and they really like the idea, but we have not defeated, maybe we have. It's like a monster that won't let us be how we really are. It sees we're being how we really are, and it will not allow it. It's so strange. So in the old days, the church would say, that monster is going to burn in hell. It's like a Christ dressed in wolf's clothes. And so the remedy for people that are sinning is that they'll burn in hell. So Robert Falconer has pioneered this method where this other mind that's within, that isn't us. That's what I'm talking about. And we know that this is a true thing that's happening. So we make a safe place for what was condemned to eternal hell before. Hell is always there eternally, but nobody needs to be in it. See what I mean? Everyone can stop doing others wrong. There's no basis for putting someone in a hell unless they're really doing others wrong. It's not about the morality of eating pork or being a normal human being sexually is not allowed. So that which was condemned to hell is now given a safe place to exist. You're welcome here. And we're not condemning you. We want you to stop doing us wrong. That's all. So it's like the evil is our own self when we're trying to control other people. It's like Joseph Campbell said, to the deer, the hunter is evil. It's a matter of who's harming who. So what is it? What is it that's harmful? when you're done wrong. And we all know what that is. We don't need to go to school to learn what being done wrong is. We're born knowing. So this is what I'm talking about. The educated people are too dumb to understand this. I mean, too smart. That was dumb of me. They're too smart to understand it. They're going to want to go back to what they learned in the books. And it's going to confuse them, and they're going to throw their hands up, and then the monster is going to say, you're stupid, I got you, and I don't like how you are, you're bugging me. You need to do what I tell you, or you're in trouble. So here comes the fear from some controlling narcissist. So when we have team fairness in place, somebody's trying to manipulate and use manipulative language to gain control. And we get on the phone and we say, here's what's going on. Can you help me? And then we'll go to the narcissist and say, what happened to you? We're here to help you. We have a safe place for you. You're not in trouble. You were done wrong. So there's no need of them controlling. What is your goals? What are you trying to achieve? What are you doing things that are harmful to others? Like alcoholism addiction harms other people. Sex addictions harm other people. So we have a safe place to realize that evil spirits, if you will, have gained control of us. And we've gone along with them and to do other people wrong, like power addictions. So, nobody's going to be condemned to hell. We have a safe place for everybody to heal, to go through the pain of what happened to you. And if you read, I read Alice Miller's book, For Your Own Good, Hidden Cruelty and Child Rearing and the Roots of Violence. I was so mad. I was furious within 2 chapters. Because I understood what had happened to me and everybody else. So I'm mad at this system that's harming us unfairly, that's doing us wrong. So anyway, check out the World Fairness Agreement. I don't know about that. You know, it's secret. So the people that are guilty of paying money for a prostitute that's, 12 years old? Like they do in Islam? Or did? Or whatever age of child abuse, pornography or whatever. So there's some really dreadfully horrible things going on. And they're not going to support any system that stops their unfairness unless they're not punished for it. Because they're getting away with it. The worst thing that could happen is that something stops them. So they keep becoming more and more evil. Because they get power from evil that protects them by joining with evil. It's like going to AA that say, you need to go get a better story and come back. And so the people are suggesting they surrender to King Alcohol. In AA, it says, we admitted that we were powerless over alcohol. And then there's 2 ways of surrendering. You surrender to alcohol. You want me to surrender to what? You know, I hear people say that's what it seemed like. They're not surrendering to God. They're surrendering to evil to get relief. I had a good friend that was fighting against being ritually abused. Satanic. To him it was satanic. It was like some kind of mock sacrifice to some god. And I don't know what all they did to him, but he cut his arms. He would cut with like a razor blade or a sharp knife, because the pain is so great that the distraction of pain on their flesh distracts them from the pain in their mind. So they cut themselves. So he was fighting against evil, and so we were like naming it Satan. Satan's an outdated term, my spirit friend tells me, but he was fighting against evil, and he could, it was just tormenting him relentlessly. So he finally surrendered to evil so he could get some sleep. And I'm like, well, he's honest about it. What can I do? So I'm hearing telepathically somebody's going to go. They're going to leave because he doesn't want me here. Who is this that I'm hearing telepathically within my mind? It sounds like it's somebody outside, but it's not. All of this takes place in our mind. All of our perceptions are within our mind. The sense data of the outside world creates the imagery within our mind. So we're not seeing the real world, we're seeing a mock-up, a dreamed-up version of reality. So I might be in communication, mind to mind, from some higher being that's connecting us. Hi, my friend. You don't have to leave, you just have to stop doing people wrong. And they don't want me to know. So that's what he's saying now. So people might kill themselves so that I don't find out something that they did to me, rather than me finding out. They don't want other people to know. I don't know if it's male or female. My spirit friend told me it's female. So, maybe the worst victim of all is this mind that I'm communicating with. Not with, but I'm overhearing its thoughts. So anyway, more will be revealed. There was a friend that had a dream where in heaven everybody knows about everything about everyone, and it's just not a problem. So the need for secrecy vanishes. We have it if we want it, but then we realize I don't need to hide this. I'll shut up about that. Well, it's hard to say. I'm truly sorry for the harm I've done to others from my ignorance. I didn't know how to do anything else. I didn't know how to protect myself from them ganging up on me. And so one day I was soul searching. I realized I don't know how to stop them. So I forgave myself for them doing me wrong. So I felt tremendous self-love for me. So I'll do anything I can for me as long as it's not unfair to someone. So from that, that's where Team Ferris came from. I'm still working for creating a way to stop them from picking on me. They can pick their nose, but they can't pick on me. Have a great day.